Hi everyone, I'm Squid, and today we're going to go through the update for the headliner rules coming in patch 14.2. So a couple of days ago, Mortdog put in the competitive TFT subreddit a post explaining the official headliner rules and what will happen going forward. This post is nicely detailed and also provides the context as to why certain rules were determined, and I'll link that for you below so you can read it in your own time. But what we'll look at today is the key changes for 14.2, and they both relate to more or less the same thing. One is a bug fix and the other is a removal of a rule. So the bug was an unintended consequence of some of the rules that they have created for the headliner mechanic. And that is, if you got a Spellweaver Annie, it would block any champion for the next 4 turns. That could be a Spellweaver. So no Ahri, no Seraphine, Echo, Gragas, Headliner, even though their headliner trait would be like +1 Sentinel for Echo, or Disco Headliner for Gragas. This is the bug that has been fixed in the next patch. Now, there was a way around this, where if you bought the Annie Spellweaver and then sold her, you'd still be able to see a Seraphine Spellweaver headliner in the shop potentially next. This occurred because the devs wanted to give variety to the headliners you can receive, so if you passed it, you wouldn't see it again for 4 turns, and it changes what is available. But by buying and selling the headliner, you didn't technically pass that champion, so it could still appear in the shop. So going forward in 14.2, that is not going to be the case anymore. If the Spellweaver Ahri appears, you will have to wait 5 rolls before you can see a KD8 Ahri, and then another 5 rolls until you could see a Spellweaver Ahri, as the devs felt the buying and selling trick was way too niche for the majority of players to know. So hopefully that helps explain some of these intricacies with the headliner rules. So let's actually go through them all, fully ready for 14.2. Rule 1, when you see a headliner, it will not show the same +1 trait as you did the last time you saw that headliner. So for Olaf, it would go Bruiser Olaf, then Pentakill Olaf, then Bruiser Olaf, etc. Every time you'd see Olaf, it would alternate. Rule 2, if you pass a champ, you will not see that champ again for at least 7 or 7 or 7 or 5 or 4 more headliner offerings. So at level 1, 2 and 3, you have to wait 7 turns or 7 rerolls of your shop before you could see that Annie again. But if you saw Annie Emo headliner first, the next time you'd see it, it would be Annie Spellweaver. Rule 3, if you pass on a highlighted trait, you won't see that trait again for 4 headliner offerings. Rule 4, if you have more than 4 copies of a 4 cost or 3 copies of a 5 cost champion, you can't see the headliner. There are no limitations to 1, 2 or 3 cost champions. Now, we're gonna have it like thermodynamics. We need to have a rule 0 because there needs to be at least 3 copies remaining in the pool of champions for it to be able to show up as a headliner. Hopefully this helps clarify these headliner rules and help inform you for your games going forward. I would like to thank you all for watching. Have a great week ahead. Please comment below for your favourite headliner in TFT for the sake of engagement. And for now, as always, I'll see you in the arena.